Blackstone Audio presents The Finest Hours, the true story of the U.S. Coast Guard's most daring sea rescue, by Michael J. Togus and Casey Sherman. Read by Malcolm Hillgartner. To the rescuers, the survivors, and those who did not make it back to shore. Prologue. Orleans, Massachusetts. She sits quietly at the end of a long wooden pier in Rock Harbor. Weekend warriors steering sleek pleasure boats with stocked coolers pass by on their way out to Cape Cod Bay without so much as a glance in her direction. As you approach from the parking lot, you notice the large sign from the National Register of Historic Places bolted to a wooden pylon above the dock. The sign offers a brief hint of her past, and then kindly asks you for a small monetary tribute. You stuff $1 or $2 in a donation box and continue to the end of the pier and down a metal plank. As you make your descent, you think about what brought you here. A story that seems larger than life. The anticipation builds as you carefully navigate the steep slope down to the floating platform below. You suddenly catch sight of her out of your left eye. To the uninformed, she is an unimpressive sight. She is just 36 feet long and almost looks like a toy compared to the larger boats in the harbor. The vessel is sparkling white after having been lovingly restored by a team of competent volunteers. Near her bow reads her name in large black stenciling. She does not carry a memorable moniker like the Can-Do or the Andrea Gale, and in fact she doesn't have a name at all. The boat is called by its classification, CG 36500. The CG signifies that it is a Coast Guard vessel. The 36 refers to its length in feet, and the 500 is the identification number assigned to this particular 36-foot motor lifeboat. You step aboard, and suddenly the boat feels even smaller. You walk along the narrow port side, placing one foot in front of the other, with one hand held firmly on the wooden railing for balance. You make your way toward the wheelman's shelter, and plant your hands on the wheel as you stare through the windshield and imagine what it must have been like on that fateful night. But try as you might, you cannot replicate the horrendous conditions that made this vessel a legend. The breeze you feel is light. It is not a fierce wind that slaps your face and bites at your flesh. The sea is calm now, not as it was on that night so many years ago, when the water rose in a wall of sea and salt 7 stories high. Your daydream is broken.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?